I'm Carrie,
And I'm Lindsay.
and this is the K&L Show. I guess we should start out this week by explaining why you are dressed like an Eskimo.
Yes. It's always cold in here. Always. Every week. We do this. We tape it on the floor by the air conditioning vent. She even turns off the AC, but
It's like
still
85 by the time
cold.
we get here.
It's still cold in here.
I keep my room at a balmy 72.
Yeah, right. It's always cold in
You
here.
know what?
And now I have a blanket.
Suck it up. Okay. Our first topic is very sad, actually.
It really is.
Bernie Mac passed away.
He did.
He was 50 years old. He passed away from complications with pneumonia. So,
Like early Saturday morning, like you said, like 3 o'clock or something like that in the morning, Saturday morning.
it was kind of
he passed
unexpected.
away.
I mean, it was like,
Well, it was very unexpected because for starters, nobody really knew that he had pneumonia, which is understandable because who wants to go around telling everybody their business of, hey,
Right.
I'm sick, you know?
yeah.
Nobody wants to do that, but it was unexpected.
It's sad. He was in all the Ocean's movies, which I loved
Yeah,
him in.
and he was in Guess Who with Ashton Kutcher. He was the father.
And he had his
he
own
was-
show.
Yeah, he had his own show. He was also part of the original Kings of Comedy, which was him, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and there was one more, and I can't remember his name. So
But our prayers go out for his family.
yeah, because I think wasn't he married and
I
had
think
some
so.
kids and stuff.
So, we're praying for you
We're
guys.
sorry.
Okay.
We really are.
Next, scandal. Scandal. So, Mary-Kate Olsen was kind of embroiled in this Heath Ledger
Death.
scandal
Mhm.
because she was the first one, the masseuse, who found him called. Which
They
is a
didn't
little bit
call.
creepy.
It's creepy because they didn't call 911.
Or
and
his
if anybody-
ex-wife,
And
or
if
his
anybody,
manager.
yeah, if anybody watched the news coverage after he passed away, that was made clear.
Yeah.
So everybody already knew that she was the first
So it's
person
already a
called.
little bit iffy.
It was a little iffy because I think they're wondering if like possibly she gave him the drugs.
But then
I don't know. I'm not trying to judge, but I'm just saying now
But then,
she's saying
now they want to investigate it, and
Yeah.
she's saying that what is it?
she is.
Oh my gosh.
She
Cell
is.
phone all the time. Can you people not text her while we're taping? Just try that,
She
please.
is.
I've got my eye on you, triplets, because I know it's you.
She is granting immunity. Like she is
wants
saying,
immunity.
she is wanting it. She is
Before she
saying,
talks to
yeah,
the
she's
FBI.
saying she is not going to say a word to anybody without immunity, which is a little suspicious.
Yeah,
you
what
know?
you been doing in your free time there, Mary Kate, that you would be a little worried?
I don't know.
But then, like midweek, they just dropped the case.
yeah. Well,
Now
I
they're
don't
not
know.
investigating her anymore.
I'm sure it will be reopened. Probably, maybe.
Do you
I
think
don't
she
know.
did it?
I think she knows more than she lets on, but you know, I'm not her and I don't know her personally, so I cannot say, hey, she did it, you know?
That's true. It's up to you, America. You decide.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Okay, next,
But don't be too hard.
John Edwards has admitted to having like an affair with this woman he hired to do his videos, like
Videos?
online videos or something. He hired
Online
her.
videos.
Yeah, like because he's campaigning. So he
For what?
for his campaign
For
for
what?
president. He was back in the day before he got totally kicked off the. You don't remember that he campaigned for president? All you care about is music and celebrity news. You don't even know. Do you know who's running for president?
Obama and McCain. Because I told you,
okay.
I don't like McCain.
At least there's that much.
And I
Okay.
don't like Obama.
Yeah, I know, they're both kind of crappy. But anyway, so John Edwards was a Democratic presidential hopeful.
Oh, yes. I know
Okay,
who
now
he
you're
is.
with us.
Yes.
And he admitted to having an affair with this woman. And unfortunately, it doesn't look good for him because his wife is terminally ill with
Yeah.
cancer.
Doesn't she have breast cancer?
Something like that.
Or something. Our prayers go out to you.
What's her name? Mrs. Edwards? I don't know. It's sad
Is it
though.
Elizabeth Edwards?
It might be.
Or, this is gonna bother me because I don't
The
remember.
thing about it is though, like, I always think, okay, it was said that like Kennedy was having an affair with Marilyn Monroe and all this other stuff, But then, like, you see the affairs that these politicians are having with nowadays, like the women, and they don't, like, they're not that pretty, they're not, like, super wonderful or anything, so it's like,
I
do
just
you not
don't
realize the destruction you're causing for
Well, I just don't
nothing?
understand. Not only is it setting a bad example for the people in this country that you're supposedly trying to, or that you should be
Run.
setting an example. It's not set. Sorry, it is not setting a good example for the people of this country that you are supposedly trying to run. And as a president, you should be the one that's setting an example.
What
you
about
know?
the youth
like,
of America?
and you're showing
Hello?
all these people that it's basically that you basically think it's okay to cheat on your wife.
Marriage is a sham.
Marriage is not a sham.
It's not a sham, John Edwards.
Marriage is a very important thing. It's
Yeah.
a union between two people, that brings you together, and it's a godly thing. And
I don't think John Edwards understands that.
people are really nowadays just totally tearing,
Especially politicians.
yeah.
And everybody in the spotlight, it seems like, is
They're
tearing up
totally
the idea
just
of marriage.
tearing up the idea of marriage. It's supposed to be a wonderful thing, and now it's something that only lasts
You know what I
5
think it
days
is?
or 3 years.
People are
or-
so focused on themselves. My mother.
Folks.
She's just interrupting, and I was just getting to a deep thought, too. Just yelling her head off. Parents, walk upstairs and talk to your children. Try that. Okay, back to my deep thought. Can I continue that? I'll leave you a moment to recover while I continue my deep thought. All I'm saying is, I think that it's because people are so focused on themselves nowadays and what, makes them happy, that marriage is about, looking after the other person.
And you know what your main focus should be?
Chilling.
Well,
Yes, Jesus.
Jesus should be number one.
Yeah,
And then your wife.
yeah. And then your children.
Because if you don't have Jesus, everything else is going to fall apart.
Yeah.
It's not really going to come together.
Yeah, but people are still and I feel like, okay, the Jessica Simpson, Nick Lachey thing, he's said in the past that, she wasn't willing to work on the marriage at all. It's you have to be willing to work.
Yeah,
okay?
you need
Marriage
to
is not
try.
like roses.
Yeah.
It's not
What?
it's like roses and potpourri and happy.
Sunshine and
Yeah.
rainbows.
That's not what it's about. It's about picking that one
It's
person
about,
that you can get through the
your-
hard times with.
Your vows say,
Through sickness and
Through
health,
health.
Lindsay.
Through-
That's what it says.
till death do us part, in the good and in the bad.
Yeah.
Not just whenever I feel like it. Really.
And obviously there are always instances, extreme instances, but I'd have to say that most of these marriages are just selfish people not willing to
Yeah.
work on it. Or, maybe one selfish person can break up a marriage. Anyways, think about that,
Possibly.
John Edwards. Think about that. Okay, next is Rachel Zoe. Do you know who she is?
She is a famous
Celebrity
celebrity
Do
stylist.
you know who she styled famously?
Like Eva Mendes.
She styled Nicole Richie. I know. During her anorexic phase, which is very apropos because she said in a recent interview that she doesn't feel like she needs to eat all that
Yeah.
often. And sometimes it'll be 7 p.m. at night and she'll have eaten a piece of grapefruit and some coffee.
all day.
And recently for a magazine, they had to, usually they're airbrushing you down,
Yeah.
They had to airbrush her from a size 0 to a size 8 so that she didn't look like a skeleton. And she's like, I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I mean, Twiggy and, Kate Moss. Yeah, okay, that's 5 people have been this skinny and gotten away with it. We don't need more.
It's
Where
just,
are the natural women, Lindsay?
my thing is you're not setting a good, that's the problem. That's the problem. You know
People
that?
look up to these girls.
Young girls look up to you, and you're telling them, hey, it's okay, you don't have to eat, and you're telling them it's okay to be so small, but